Hi everyone. I'm just gonna get cozied in for a second because I've had a very busy life lately, and doing this live stream took too much work. You have no idea. It took too much work to set up this live stream, but I'm here and I'm here to live stream for quite a while, I believe. Sucks that I have to do it at 9:15 and not 9 o'clock, but hey Brianna, I know you're always here, and then Alyssa Riley, you always show up too. So hello and welcome to the live stream. Fair warning to everyone that may be new or not new, if the live stream screws up at any given point, it might be because of my Wi-Fi. It's not the greatest. Tubby, you gonna hop up here and see everyone? My cat's right here. Charles says I'm new to this. Well, that's good. Welcome. I do regularly type of live streams when I can. But anyways, what? Come on, I'm not talking to nobody. You can get up here. He's meowing. Here we go. Can't quite see him, but there he is. Hi Freedom. Nice to see you back. Denver's back. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Is this light annoying you guys? Do you want me to turn it off, or is it okay? I get a new light right here so you guys can see my face better, because that's what you guys came for. So, am I right, Debbie? Yes. Oh, and Morgan's here. She says my husband. That's so cute. So, actually, Morgan is a part of my FOC class. And I'm reading a letter I got from my FOC class out loud, my public reaction. So yeah, I can't say because I got McDonald's Wi-Fi. I get the joke, and that's pretty funny. You gonna read the letters with me, buddy? I got a lot of the letters. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Well, you didn't like it? What the hell's wrong with you? He just needs attention. He just needs attention. You don't want my heart. I think that's all the letters. I think I got them all right here. So, anyways, I might turn off this light back here. It's gonna make it look kind of dark back there, though. So, there we go. I didn't turn it off. These letters from my FOC class, and today it was the seniors' last day at my high school. It was very emotional. It didn't really hit me until it didn't hit me until like during my FOC class, because my other classes I didn't really have as much of a connection. But my FOC class was by far my favorite class. It was the best class I had. That was one of my last. And I'm just incredibly going to miss everybody that's a part of that class. And I'm here to talk about it. So if you want to hear about it, here you go. If you don't want to hear about it, then sorry. Jillian should be watching this, and I don't think Jillian's on. What is FOC class? Okay, I should have said that. FOC stands for Fundamentals of Oral Communication. It's a speech class, but it's a college speech class. So it's supposed to be a bit more challenging than your average class, but we had the best teacher ever in the world, and her name was Mrs. Wagner. She's just the best teacher in the world. She loves cats, so boom, there's a reason for all of us to love her. She doesn't like squirrels, but yeah. And I just gotta say, everybody that's a part of this class, they were the highlight of my day. And like my health class was okay, my Western Civ was okay, my career intern was, but by far it was my FOC class and my speech class. It was. It was a class I will never forget, and it was definitely one of my life school. And I'm just happy that pretty much everybody, I think everybody in that class is graduating, besides this few juniors. But I'm here to read through the letters that I got. If this interests you at all, great. If you get bored out of this, I'm sorry, but I said I was gonna do this, and I'm gonna read all the letters. So if anybody wants to rewatch this and see my live reaction, they can. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I'll answer them along the way. So first one comes from I always had a problem saying her name. Marima. Marmima. Ugh. It always troubled me saying her name. And I knew her before this class too, and I just can't say her name right, but she's so sweet. So, anyways, dear Trevor, I really enjoyed listening to your speeches. You were one of... This is what got me during class. You were one of my favorites to listen to because you always chose such good topics, and they were all engaging. That was so sweet that somebody said that. I was their favorite. I don't think many people said that in the letters. They said nice things, but nobody said you were my favorite. Now, when I read this, I'm like, that's unexpected to come from you, but it was sweet. You have an excellent speaking voice. You could talk about like rain, and you would find a way to make it interesting, which is a really good quality to have. I really like your persuasive speech on The Greatest Showman, and I did a lot of Greatest Showman in that class, that's for sure. And the class always referred to that movie, and that your persuasive speech was effective since a few people have actually watched it because of you. You did a really good job on the informative speech. Although it was very long, it still made it very intriguing. One trait of yours that I wrote down is readiness. And what I mean by that is you've always seemed prepared and ready for every speech. I wish you the best of luck. Sincerely, Marina. That was so sweet when I read that, and I don't know what it was. It was towards the very end when I read that. I was reading through all of them. Those were one of the last ones, and I think it was just the sentence she said at first. You were one of my favorites to listen to. That really got me because I don't really have a connection at all with her, but fundamentals of word communication. And hi, welcome to live stream. Next one I'm going to be reading off is from Sierra. Sassiest queen I've ever met. Ever. I don't know. I'll snap her later, but she is so incredibly sassy. She needs to have a spot right here. You know, she would sass the hell out of you guys, and it would be funny. So she's a huge sass queen, and I love her for that. So, dear Trevor, future director and YouTube sensation in the making. I can totally tell she's using sass right there. Are the two interesting things I learned about you through this semester. I like learning more about someone who I had seen before, but never really in actuality. How much passion you have for your art is amazing since you are just 18 years old. You even put this much effort into forming your speeches. Your speech about the Pixar theory was really intriguing. Even though you went over the time, we were all begging to hear more about your topic. You also did this with The Greatest Showman in your persuasive speech. Even though I have never seen the movie, I wanted to see it just to know why you loved it so much. Your true talent as a speaker is to get people engaged in the topic, even if we know nothing about that topic. Your passion shows through in your speeches, which is something that is very hard to accomplish. When you start a speech, I want to hear you talk about that topic, and do not let that go to your head. I want you to hear more about your topics because the way in which you present makes me interested in whatever I'm talking about. The only flaw that because you love your topics too much, you talk about them too much. Irrelevant, however, interesting points in discussion come into your speeches. You could work on the organization and sorting the speeches, and then it would be at highest level possible, becoming everything present. Opportunity, risk, and reward is very fitting that you were to talk about the piece of advice for your final speech. You have done many things that make you get out of the box, and a career that relies on the opportunities you take regardless of the risk. I know you will make the most out of your rewards that you deserve and receive. Just don't forget about us when you're gone. Sincerely, Sierra Harrington. Oh my God, that was amazing. Somebody said something. I know this is really unlikely, but I might just watch it later. I don't know. It's not boring or anything. I'm just feeling bad. That's fine. If you don't want to watch the live stream, it's fine. This live stream will be going up later, so I expect a lot more people to watch it because people did tell me they were busy. Plus, some people wanted me to do a live stream today, so here I am, I guess. That was very emotional to me, especially at the end when I did an informative speech on opportunity, risk, and reward, and she worked that into her letter, saying something back to me. So, and then at the end she said, just don't forget us when you're gone. I I won't ever forget about you, Sierra. You're my sassy queen. She's my sassy queen. That's what I said. Okay. This one is from Jillian. I hope Jillian's watching this. I might say if Jillian's not watching this, I'll save it for later. Because I know Jillian said she was going to watch my live stream. I'll just wait. I'll set hers aside. Okay. This one is from Kylie. Which Kylie I knew before, and I was pretty good friends, I think. But I think this class just helped it out a lot. And what I love about her letter is that, one, she bolds things, so that's always good when I'm reading it. And my entire final speech was on opportunity, risk, and reward. Her entire letter is opportunity, risk, and reward, and she sends me a letter through it all, and it's amazing. So, Trevor, as you said in your finals, in opportunity, risk, and reward, I feel like this whole semester was full of amazing opportunities. There's the opportunities part, to create friends and develop even better speech ethics. And I am really glad you took all those opportunities. One thing that not many people can manage is having consistency, amazing speeches, and making it funny every single time. You, however, took the risk, that's the risk part, and did an amazing job. I will admit that your persuasive speech was great, and although I haven't seen The Greatest Showman, I feel like you did give the movie justice. I feel like overall this class was an amazing reward for me. Reward. Being able to create friendships and bond rather easily is an amazing skill, and it really makes your speeches stand out. Your speeches were really well executed, and I enjoyed listening to them. Remember to be a kid, Kylie. I wanted to react like this in class, but it would just cause a scene, and everybody would be looking at me. So here I am. I'm crying. That's so... I'm really going to miss going to school every single day. Like, I still got to go to the school because I work there, but I won't be able to go to the class anymore because the class doesn't exist anymore. But it's just, it's so sincere. It breaks my heart that it's already over. Dear Trevor, this is from Caleb, by the way. And Caleb's a pretty good kid. Some of the time. Dear Trevor, first let me start off by saying you're awesome at video editing. Anyways, although your speeches were great, your tribute speech was one of my favorite. It was very good, very throughout, and very well structured. I could not find anything that was wrong in that speech. Good job. Your informative speech was also very good. I can tell you spend a lot of time on your speeches. Your final speech was also really... I liked how you had the 3 words that world. I hope you have a great year and good luck next year, Caleb. Caleb was really nice. Even though sometimes he didn't show up to class or whatever, because he had like other stuff going on and stuff. I didn't get to see him too much nor talk to him too much, but he was always really nice when I did. This is from Michelle. Something about Michelle. She always sat on the far end of class. Michelle did, and I never got to talk to her, but I knew well, we gave speeches to the class, so I knew a bit about her. Never talked to her. Dear Trevor, I really enjoyed listening to your speeches throughout the semester. You have a confident speaking, and you don't seem nervous at all. In your tribute speech, I liked the fact that you had a commercial I can't read tone and conversational speaking voice. It seemed like you were well rehearsed and knew exactly what you wanted to tell us. The speech I enjoyed the most was your informative speech about the Pixar theory. A lot of people like that about the Pixar theory. I should make a YouTube video about it. There's tons of YouTube videos already about it, so go look it up. I had heard of it before, but never in depth like you described. I did pretty good. It was also very interesting, especially seeing the pictures and hearing about how everything connects. One thing I noticed during the speech is that you didn't use any oral footnotes. I didn't do that because I thought that was kind of stupid, because all my information came from one source and I credited it once, and then I didn't need any other oral footnotes. But I understand the objective was to use like 4 or 5 oral footnotes. So I did kind of screw up on that part, but it wasn't too bad. Also, in the persuasive speech, you didn't give any reference to the class survey. Or no, I screwed up. In the final speech, you seemed the most, but your delivery is still great. I was very nervous my last one, and it's because the speech I gave there is very similar to the speech I'm giving at graduation this Friday. So I'm very nervous. And I was very nervous to do it first in front of my class. So I just got to own up to that and stop being a baby. This one is from Dominica, which she also sat on the other side of class with Michelle, but I never got to talk to her. But, oh my God, Dominica, she is so amazing at giving speeches. I loved hers. Oh, and she spelled my name wrong in the top right. Trevor Valentine. Trevor Valentine, first of all, but I'm going to let it slide. I'm kidding. I really enjoyed hearing you speak this semester. Your tone throughout the semester was so uplifting and fun and exciting. One of the things I noticed that you did was include your audience in your speeches by asking us to participate, making us feel included. I did do that. Because I do that because I feel like teachers should do that more often, but teachers really don't. I really loved hearing about the Pixar theory presentation. In that speech, it kind of felt more like a presentation than a speech, I would say. I also liked how you saw The Greatest Showman and how you made sure the class went to go see it every chance you got. I did. Greatest Showman's so amazing. All you guys watching should see it. I'm serious. In your persuasive speech, you had a very good speaking tone, almost like a conversation. In your final speech, I noticed that you weren't your bubbly self and you were almost dry. That speech does not define who you are as a speaker. I have enjoyed hearing you speak. Yeah, that final speech was, I kind of screwed up a little bit on that final speech because it was the final speech, but this last couple of weeks, I've had so much going on. I didn't care if I screwed up at all. I was just more or less happy that I didn't have to give another one, but I'm so upset I can't go back to that class and give another speech because that class meant so much to me. It did. It was part of my every single day. So this one's from Lexi. However, it was amazing getting to hear about all the good movies you have seen and convincing me personally to watch The Best Showman. It's The Greatest Showman. She did a typo there, but I forgive her. It was amazing getting to learn about your dreams, especially in filmmaking. I really enjoyed your informative speech. I had never heard about the Pixar theory before. It seemed like a fast pace, but I can understand that due to the fact it was such a huge theory. I love how your persuasive speech was perfect for you. I could tell how much passion and knowledgeable you have about the topic, The Greatest Showman. I loved how you knew how long they have been trying to get it all set up and how the composers and everything for first time in such an epic soundtrack. I think your advice speech was a good way to end this year. It was very relatable and a very good eye contact. I do think you were maybe a little fidgety, so I don't know if that was because you were nervous or because it was such a stressful day with finals and all. Lexi, yes, it was a stressful day. That's why I screwed up. I was a little nervous, obviously, because it's the final speech, but it was a stressful week in general. Such a stressful time period in my life, and it still is. I'm still in that stressful time period right now. So, yeah, thank you for kind of understanding. I do think you will be going far in this world, and if you go in that direction, then I know those will be amazing. Okay, next one. By the way, Lexi was super awesome during class. She did miss a couple days like Caleb, but she always came back and she always made up her work like she was supposed to, so I always appreciated that, because I kind of wanted to hear from everybody and not just because they're gone, I don't get to hear from them. So who dropped out right in the beginning, I was very disappointed in him because I wanted to hear more about him, but it's okay. This one's from Brianna. Dear Trevor, I found your grad gifts and I'm so excited. Yeah, graduation's coming up. Woo. It's weird to think just a few years ago we met in history, and at first I thought we wouldn't get along because you seemed smart and stuck up. I was smart and stuck up. It's because I wasn't comfortable. When you're talking about a few years ago, that's when I first moved here. I was very uncomfortable, so I was a bit stuck up to everybody. We aren't as good of friends we were, but I'm happy to say that you aren't stuck up, but very smart. Yeah, I got rid of the stuck up part and just became kind of a stud. So, and I think we're not as much as friends just because of our busy lives, but we definitely should. At least my busy life. My life's so busy, I don't have time to sit here and speak to another individual person. Another reconnection issue. Hopefully they ain't screwing up. Screwing up, I might have to log off, but I think we might be fine. Someday when you make it big, make sure you remember me. Hey, do you like The Greatest Showman? I couldn't tell. I wanted to talk about the Pixar theory, though. Your informative speech was amazing. We sadly didn't get to hear all of it, but you did an amazing layout for it. Your use of visual aid was best, in my opinion. Yeah, that Pixar theory, I went over my time limits, and I didn't even get to all of it, but it was still really good. I wasn't there for your persuasive speech about what else other than The Greatest Showman, but you yourself are a great showman. That was super sweet of her. That the definition of a showman is a person who produces and presents a show as a profession. I feel like this is why you enjoy The Greatest Showman so much. I've yet to see it, and I don't think I will. I'm not big into movies at all. Hey, Rockstar T-Bone, have any hits out? I love this speech. To me, I took it as a very nice to us, and you like us. I felt each for your impromptu was great. You had stories behind them, informed ideas well. Each one grabbed everyone's attention well. Opportunity, risk, and reward. Often I'm scared of the outcome. I enjoyed your speech. Your flow was good, and you kept one idea throughout the speech. Many times humans aren't scared of the risk. We are scared of the reward or the outcome. From Brianna. That was so incredibly sweet of her to sit here and say, she nailed it. I think she understood. I don't know if any other people understood, but they never told me. She literally told me why she thinks I love The Greatest Showman so much. And it's because I feel like I'm a showman myself. I feel like that I can sit here and put on a show for you guys, no matter if I'm reading speeches or I'm acting goofy, just answering questions, whatever I'm doing. She sort of nailed it. And The Greatest Showman put on a show for me that inspired me to put on my own show. And now, The Greatest Showman didn't inspire me on YouTube. I was doing YouTube before. It definitely helped me out. And that's why I love The Greatest Showman and why I think it's the best movie I've ever seen. But that's just my opinion. Next one from Sophia. She's an amazing girl, too, but I didn't get to talk to her much. Trevor, I have never met someone who is connected to a film as you are. And the different element that you can pick apart are amazing. I was all ears and very attentive when you were talking about the Pixar theory, because I felt like it's a topic we all have heard about, but have never been able to piece together. That speech sounded like one of the better ones in the class because you knew your subject inside and out, forwards and backwards. You always had loads of confidence and when presenting your speech. And that carried over when you presented your persuasive speech on The Greatest Showman. While that lacked a couple sources and was hard to follow at times, I know that a lot of it was. Your wording and flowed really well for me, following a good persuasive format. My personal favorites, however, was the impromptu speeches. You had a zero problem creating a speech on the fly and being not only creative, but throughout, you were really onto something with this opportunity risk reward thing, and every challenge is like that. Maybe the world, make the world yours with that in mind. Sorry about booking that. Yeah, just, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I really want to cry right now, but I'm not going to. It's just, it sucks. I gotta push through these. What time is it? It's 9:41. I got like 20 minutes. So I gotta push through these. I got a few left. This one's from my friend Riley. I think it is cool how close you two are. Like I made a tribute speech about him. In your tribute speech, you did a really good job of eye contact. However, you did move quite a bit, and it seemed kind of fidgety. Thought that was the only speech I saw that in. Yeah, my very last speech I did I was fidgety, but it's whatever. I also really enjoyed your informative speech as an interesting topic of choice I've never heard of. With the speech that you were very confident in talking about, you definitely had a passion for it, and you went over a time even. The problem you did have with the speech is that you did throw some of your own opinion, resulting in a slight persuasion. Other than that, I personally love the amazing speech. Overall, I would say that your speeches seemed very confident and solid eye contact in every speech. You improved on each speech with speech, even if you know how to prepare what you were. Lastly, on speeches, I thought your advice speech was really solid advice. I think that is awesome, and you were able to go from being scared to doing school play, to being a YouTuber and over 14,000 subscribers. You truly have taken the advice. You truly have taken that advice to heart and to turn into an amazing person and an amazing friend to me. I greatly enjoyed making all of our High School Musical videos together in our group, as well as getting to know you better and make our friendship a little stronger. You were and are an amazing partner in school projects, and I wish the best of luck in the future. I also hope that we can maintain our friendship through college and beyond. Riley Henry. These are just making me sad. I'm serious. I'm getting really upset from these. Just push through them. Dear Trevor Valentine. Adam spelled my name wrong. Grr, it's Valentine, but it's okay. I'm okay with Valentine. As the clock is winding down and life is quickly approaching, I wanted to take a little bit... No, okay, Jillian just joined. I have not read yours. I was saving yours until you commented, and now you're here. So I'm going to read yours next. I'm reading Adam's right now. Damn, Riley's was sucked. God, it got to me. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about you and your other classmates have made an impact on me. Whether being you talking about The Greatest Showman is the best movie of all time, or your funny dance video with other members, it all made my life a little more enjoyable. I am truly blessed that I got to meet such an amazing people in my first and last year at West High School. That just sucks. Oh my God. Don't cry, Trevor. Now I would like to talk about some of your speeches. The first speech I would like to talk about is your focus speech. Your topic on the focus speech was a passion for YouTube. I enjoyed this topic because I am a huge lover of YouTube videos. Probably too much at that. Anyways, I like how you were so passionate talking about your YouTube channel, and I hope it grows over the years. You did everything perfectly about his speech. The next speech I'd like to talk about is your informative speech. Your topic was the Pixar theory. You talked about how every Pixar film happened all in the same universe but different time periods. This one really had me intrigued, and others too. One thing you could have improved on is the use of as a filler word. I did do that a lot. I did go It's just something I do. Finally, I want to talk about your speech of advice. Your advice speech was on the opportunity, risk, and rewards thing. I loved how you were so fluid when you spoke. One thing you could have worked on is elaborating more. Thank you for everything. Sincerely, Adam. That was too bad on the fields. Riley's was because, oh my God, me and him were like best friends. But Adam meant so much. He did. He was always kind of like the jokester type of guy. You know, I felt like some people actually made fun of him, which, you know, wasn't so nice. But I think overall he was a really good sport in everything he did, even though he probably needed an improvement like we all did. I think he definitely was one of the classmates, and he was definitely part of the family. I'm going to read Jillian's now because I know Jillian here, and Jillian wants me to. Actually, I'm going to read Morgan's first, okay? I'm going to read Morgan's and then Jillian's, because Jillian's is... Morgan's is too, but... Dear Trevor, over the semester, we learned a lot about each other, and I hope we can still be friends after high school. You better bet we will be. I promise you. I promise. I'm sincerely making a promise. Everybody in my FOC class, I don't care who you were, even like Caleb and Isaiah Smalley, I didn't talk to him that much. I joked around with him, but I didn't talk to him. Anybody who's wanting to hang out, I will personally make time for you. I promise. That FOC class was so inspiring. It helped me out so much. Time for anybody. I promise you. I will make time. I'm just going to say that. I'm not hectic. Who are you? I got to know who you are first. He said, what about me? Anyways, during your tribute speech, you had a lot of emotion about your brother. And that helped you deliver the speech beautifully. Your informative speech, you had me very interested. The topic you chose had me on the edge of my seat. Your final speech was very well organized as well. Love, Gabriella, in parentheses, Morgie. I'm going now. Bye, Trevor. Have a good night. You have a good night too, Brianna. Oh my God. She was definitely my Gabriella for sure. It hurts so much that I won't be able to walk back in that class. And now this, I might actually end up crying. Trevor, in your very first speech, you announced to the class that you had a YouTube channel. And that I did. I thought that was pretty cool. Then a few months later, we were filming a video for your YouTube channel. That's all pretty cool. Before we became friends, I had no idea who you were. But listening to your speeches, I came to admire your speaking ability. You have amazing confidence and you speak really well in front of people. I've been doing it a long time. Your informative speech on the Pixar 3 was really interesting, and I learned about something I knew nothing about. Excellent job. Your persuasive speech was, not surprisingly, about The Greatest Showman, which I still have not seen, but every time someone talks about it, I think of you. Aw. I'm going to invite you over, Jillian. Just you and me will sit down and watch The Greatest Showman. And anybody else, but like, if me and Jillian want to make it a private, not, because me and her are technically married, I think. I don't know if that thing's still going on. Did it end when the class ended, or are we still married? I don't know. We'll just say we're friends. I also love how you mentioned The Greatest Showman in your final speech. That speech was really interesting, considering I knew nothing about the movie. You knew everything about it. Going back to the beginning, your speaking skills are wonderful, and should be proud of them. Even though you're already in love with yourself, I'm really happy I got to know this semester and become friends with you, and to be on your YouTube channel. We're both going to Hawkeye next year, so hopefully this won't be the last time we see each other. It won't, because I'll be seeing your movie premiere. Yeah, she's going to my premiere night. Your confidence is contagious. Never stop working towards your dream, because it's a big one, and I know you can accomplish it. It's you. P.S. Don't forget me when you're famous, Jillian. Oh my God. I'm a huge fucking baby right now. Yes, Alyssa Riley, I need a hug. I do need a hug. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Moving on. God damn it. I so badly. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna get upset if I just stay here. Dear Trevor, throughout speech class, this one's from Valdon. Throughout speech class, I enjoyed listening to all your speeches. I think they were all so intriguing. The speech that I thought was most interesting was your informative speech on the Pixar theory. Although you did not go over a significant amount of time, I did not get bored of all the speech, at all from your speech. I had no idea what the Pixar theory was or heard about it before. You did a really good job in informing the speech, but also how to get your audience involved and maintain attention. One thing I did not catch on that speech is that you did not state any oral footnotes, in which I talked about before. I know oral footnotes are important, but I thought the information was more important. But I should have made a good balance. In the future, it is possible. It's probably a good idea to have those back up for all your information. Another speech I enjoyed of yours was the persuasive speech about The Greatest Showman. I love how you kept referring to that movie throughout the entire semester. I can tell you that you love that movie a lot and made your persuasive speech sound so amazing, so well. A weakness that you could have worked on is talking a bit slower. I am glad I got to know you this year. Like that you gave your definitions in your intro and related it to yourself. Sincerely, Valdana Mesinovic. Do a speech about wee wee. I'm not going to do that. I'll drive 30 to 40 minutes just to give you a hug. That's very sweet of you. But I'll be fine. This is from Abigail. I think we have 3 left. We got 3 left. And I'm going to read the one from Abigail. This is the 3rd one. Dear Trevor. Oh, Trevor, I really don't know where to start with you, honestly, so I guess I'll just dig right into it. Well, I'm really glad I got to meet you this year and not just have in Western Civ, but also this class. I could have actually get to know the person you are. Your speeches have been super good, even when half of them are about The Greatest Showman, winky face. But seriously, they were all really good, and even when you bull crapped your way through a couple, I thought it was really cool that you talked about how you've had some of your best times with your brother. I think a lot of people can relate because they're their own siblings. I know that I'm really close with my sister, so to me, I could definitely relate. I also thought it was interesting. The Greatest Showman was the very first film that the director of that movie directed because it was such a popular film and got so incredibly big. And that being his first film really amazes me. It blew my mind that you started to talk about the Pixar theory because I didn't know that it really connected like that, and I know that everybody was blown away because there were so many similarities in all those movies. If you would not have it out definitely would not even notice that I'm really glad you talked about it. I also think it's awesome that you are going to Hollywood and going to be a director because I see you doing big things on your YouTube channel. I can't wait to watch one of these movies you'll direct someday. I'll obviously be living in your mansion, but you already know this. I thought your final speech was good. I liked how you talked about the risk and can be a mixture of feelings and led toward the reward. In all seriousness, I'm really glad I have you in these classes because you are really nice, and I hope you have a good time in Hollywood. Don't forget about us little people. Abigail. I know you guys didn't intend this at all. I know none of you guys did in my FOC class, but you're literally ripping out my heart when you say don't forget about us, because I have a genuine fear now that I will not remember you guys, and that sucks because you guys are so amazingly wonderful people, and I would spend the rest of my days in Iowa with you guys if I could, but it's hurting me a lot when I hear you guys saying don't forget about us. It's sweet. You guys don't want me to forget about you, and I definitely won't, but I have a huge fear that might actually happen. I don't want to obviously forget about you guys because I love you all, but I just can't believe it's over. I don't know. Somebody said something. Let me read it. Gonna forget about us? What the fuck? No, I'm not gonna forget about you guys. I'm not. I don't want to, but I have a fear that I will. the amount of times the people have said it in those letters, yeah, people go to Hollywood and they forget about their past. I don't want to be one of those people. So I'm going to be trying my 100% hardest this summer to hang out with you guys and become a regular thing. Usually, when I first moved here to Waterloo, I had my old friends in Indy, and then those friends started to fade away. And then I really only have a couple. I truly only have one friend from Indy I still talk to every single day, and that is Savannah. But the rest of my friends, like Nate and Caleb and all of them, I don't talk to them every day. I see them every once in a while. You guys, I want to talk to every single day. I want you guys to be that type of people. So I'm going to start crying, LOL. I don't want to graduate in 2 years now. I'm going to miss my friends when I graduate. You come to my B-Day in August so we can hang out. I will try to come to your B-Day in August and enjoy your next 2 years as much as possible, because I really wish I could go back 2 years. Don't we all? Kinda. But I got 2 more to read, and then I will have to finish up this live stream because I got to get ready for tomorrow. Dear Trevor, your passion for what you do is truly inspiring. This one's from Kaylee, by the way. Dear Trevor, your passion for what you do is truly inspiring. I can tell that you are a very passionate person that through your speeches. And obviously The Greatest Showman, your obsession of The Greatest Showman. Your YouTube channel, your little brother, The Pixar Theory, and more. I love the people that have drive to gain knowledge, which I think you do. How else would you be able to go way over your limit when you talk Pixar Theory? Speaking of that, I wish you could have finished that. That is another quality you have. I don't know if it's just me, but you speak very strongly and confident. In turns, keeps my undivided attention. She uses great grammar. I love it. You are very interesting to listen to. One of my favorite speeches was the one about your brother. He is very lucky to have you as a brother and vice versa. He seems to be very positive influence in your life. Keep your imagination young. I am interested to see where you go in life. You have a true potential to do big things, which I am sure you are aware of. Keep working and having fun with everything you do. Good luck with all your endeavors, Kaylee. I'm going to answer what you guys said real quick. I'm 34 and I liked high school. I hope I'm feeling the same way when I'm 34. What are you doing tomorrow? I got to go to work, but I think Morgan wanted to hang out. I'm free between 2nd and 5th period. So 2nd period, 3rd period, 4th period, and 5th period, I'm free. And then I have to go back to work 6 through 8. So I'm hanging out with Morgan between that time, I think. And then I'm not doing anything late that night, like 8, 9 o'clock at night type of thing. So if you're wondering, or you can just text me on Snapchat. And I think somebody else says, right? Maybe, I don't know if I'll enjoy my last 2 years because I get bullied. Well, I understand that, but you just got to find your clique, the people who don't bully you, and kind of stick to those. And I understand bullying happens all the time, but find your best way to get around it and just enjoy your time there. Don't worry about those bullies. Don't let the bullies get to you. You're a beautiful person, and just enjoy the times that you have right now. And Kaylee's was such a nice letter. I loved her grammar, first of all. It was actually like, that was the most one that was actually like a letter. And it just means a lot that everyone's referring back to The Greatest Showman and everything else. Thanks. Did you get my last email? I think I did, but I haven't had time to open it yet. But I will. This one, last one's from Mary Smith, which I think this one is like, it's one of those top ones. Hers, Mary's, Abigail's, Jillian's, Riley's, all of those are up there, and this one's definitely towards the top. Dear Trevor, you had some great speeches this semester. I always look forward to hearing what you had to say because I knew it would be interesting and well put together. Your informative speech had to be one of the top speeches in the class because of how much you know. You had a great knowledge for this topic and did a great amount of research. I learned so much from your speech, and it encouraged me to look into the Pixar theory. Oh, I didn't know you looked into the Pixar theory. That's awesome. In your persuasive speech, The Greatest Showman, you did a great job using persuasive sayings such as "it is meant for everyone," and now you know what you look for when you go to watch it. One thing to improve is that you have to have more solid introductions and conclusions. I know. With these speeches would be with these, your speeches would be absolutely perfect. In your final speech, you mentioned how it was all about taking an opportunity that is risky for an award. This was very cool. Thank you for sharing some of your knowledge with us this semester. I love getting to learn from you. Sincerely, Mary Smith. Aww. But yeah, that's all of them. And I just gotta say, this is to everybody that was a part of that FOC class. I'm gonna look right into the camera. Everybody that was a part of that FOC class. That class meant more to me than any other class I took, but not even that. I literally woke up mornings expecting that, because I only really do two things. I work and then I go to school. And obviously work's not always fun and school's not always fun, but that one class was always fun. That class, it helped me wake up in the morning. It helped me finish my videos. It helped me complete projects and get my other work done, and even helped me at work because I go to work right after that class. And you guys all sincerely motivated me, and I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. All of you guys will remain in my heart, and most importantly, you guys will remain in my memories. I will cherish every single moment I've spent with you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to be me. I love every single one of you, and yes, I will say it here. I love you, Morgan. I love you, Jillian. Even though I never said it back to anybody, I love you all so, so much. And I'm really, really hoping that there's a day where not just one of us, not just two of us can get back together, but all of us. Maybe it's probably going to have to be a class reunion. Hopefully not, though. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do it. Before I log off, I just want to show you guys two things I earned. Last night was my theater banquet, and I got this medal for getting state ratings, or what I think going to state. I got this medal, and it meant a lot. My film Disassembled and now Reassembled's coming out this Tuesday, so it's kind of awesome to get rewards from my previous film. It kind of sets up that this film coming up has potential. And then this, I got a 2018 West High Speech and Drama Aspiring Directors Award, Trevor Valentine. And this meant so incredibly much. I gotta thank Mr. Dawson, Miss Eisman, Jacqueline, everybody involved with West High Speech and Theater, any students, any senior, everybody part of Disassembled, Sam Wright, Kenyon Scott, Alex Vogel, Zach Litzkow, Haley Valentine, anybody that's part of, Reassembled coming up, like Ben Paper, Cole, my little brother Austin, every single person that has inspired me, basically. I know this isn't an Oscar and I shouldn't be treating it like one, but like it meant so incredibly much getting this. And I honestly gotta thank everybody in my life, because something like this, which is so shiny, it's shining on my face, it means a lot. So thank you so incredibly much, everything, guys. This live stream maybe wasn't funny, it probably wasn't entertaining, but it was heartfelt and it was needed for sure. Trevor, why didn't you do the musical? I was busy with Disassembled and Reassembled, especially Reassembled, so I couldn't do the musical, Jillian. But I did want to do the musical, but I didn't get to. But I will be putting out singing videos this summer. I have plans to sing, and dancing videos. I have plans to dance. And then maybe, hopefully, with some of you guys, if you guys are wanting to. But anyways, I just want to thank you guys. Sorry sorry that I'm sorry that this live stream wasn't probably what you expected it to be, but it was very emotional for me. I did shed a tear at, I think, Jillian's letter, and then I about did the same for the rest of them. So I want to thank you guys all so incredibly much. Special shout out to our original high school musical group: Morgan Davis, Riley Henry, Sierra Harrington, most importantly, Jillian. You guys all mean so much to me, and I'm hoping us 5 can get together. Not the 4 of us. We're bringing Sassy Sierra too. Sassy Sierra, what do we? I have to give a nickname to Jillian, Riley, and Morgan. So I got Sassy Sierra though. Anyways, thank you so much, and I gotta go. Don't forget to love your friends, your family, any human being on this earth, because we are all family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and do all that good stuff. Make sure you check out the reassembled premiere if you're going this Tuesday. If not, you can see it June 8th, Friday, June 8th. That's when it'll be coming online. Thank you guys so much for everything. Make sure you go check out all my other videos. Don't forget to dab. Say the word eat every once in a while. Annoy your parents. And most importantly, pterodactyl. I will see you guys later. I know I said see you later. I'm just going to sit here for a moment.